I think being Trumps and having the Trump genetics, we knew we wanted to be in this family business really since, almost we were born.
People often say that I have Trumpisms and certain mannerisms derived directly from him. So I think starting very early, just spending a tremendous amount of time watching him engage in business was very helpful.
When I spent time with him, I spent a lot of time with him, but it was on his terms. It was in the business field. It was in his office. It was in a boardroom. It was on a job site, following around with construction vehicles and seeing these kind of things. And I think as a young child, that really left a pretty big impression of, kind of the grandeur of the things that we get to work on, some of the excitement that's there. When you're brought up in a certain way or when you're used to seeing certain things, it just became so second nature to just want to do that. And I think I've always wanted to do it just from a very young start. We've all really grown into the role as we developed, as we matured. We love this business more now than I think we ever have before. I think we're all pretty similar to our father from a business mindset because it's what we grew up with. That's what we know. I mean, he was our mentor. He was our teacher. We all have certain characteristics that are a lot like my father's. I don't think any one of us combine all of them. He's such a special person.
I think I'm probably the most obviously like him. I think in certain ways, Eric is very similar to him in terms of his love of construction and building. And Don has his sense of humor.
The three of us incorporate him, very well in many different ways.
A challenge that I recognized early on was that we all, my father, my brothers, myself, have extremely strong personalities. We're very competitive, we're very enthusiastic, we're not very shy, and just finding a way to all work together in a productive way as opposed to the opposite, like unfortunately you see in so many family companies. We're always communicating, we're always bouncing ideas off of each other, and then ultimately we're always engaging my father in those discussions at a higher level, or should we need his advice.
It never fails to surprise me how important the Trump brand is, the Trump name.
There's so many positive attributes to the name. One of the things I love about it as we use it to grow various business vehicles is the fact that it's not typecast.
On the hotel side, it sells out rooms. We go into a golf course and immediately upon buying it and doing construction, we gain 200 more members because they're excited at what we're going to bring. They're excited with the energy, the amount of money we'll put into the course, the white glove service that we're really known for.
It appeals both to the aspirational and to the established businessman. It appeals to the female and the men. There's not sort of a very tight subsect of the population that understands what Trump is.
My primary job is not to build buildings with the Trump name on it, but is to really be the caretaker of that annuity of kind of making sure not to kill the golden goose, which is the brand and the brand that he's created over such a long period of time.
It's easier for us to be personal, to take our brand personally because it is a family brand.